Lakshmi, she serves the lotus feet of Narayan.
Lakshmi Devi kya karendi? Lakshmi is massaging the lotus feet of
There's no mic.
and he is laying down on the bed of Sesh.
Lying on the bed of Shesh, Ananta Shesh.
Lakshmi Charan Shavadi.
And Lakshmi Devi is serving the lotus feet of Lord Narayan. Still, the Lord is saying, I do not stay in Vaikuntha. I stay where my devotees are. And the Lord is telling Narad Rishi, I don't reside in Vaikuntha. I don't stay in the hearts of the yogis. So where do I stay? My devotees, where they chant my glories, that's where I reside. What is that the Lord wants to hear and is hankering to hear? All the pastimes of the Lord are sweet, nectarian, and their embodiment of nectar. But by speaking of the Vaikuntha pastimes, the Lord is not attracted. If we speak of Vaikuntha Katha, by this Katha, the Lord is not captivated, is not bound. That's why the Lord says, I don't reside in Vaikuntha, not in even the hearts of the yogis who are performing such severe austerities. I do not stay in their hearts. So where do I stay? I stay in the hearts of the heart of my devotee. It's a different time. Yeah. It's the same thing. Listen, I felt. Too much excited, captivated. If you want to attain the Lord, then you have to come to Braj. You cannot go anywhere else apart from Braj. I don't stay anywhere apart from Braj. Braj is my life and soul. I'll move up. Braj. Get the microphone. Just wait a minute.
बोले राधा के प्रेम में ऐसे कौन सा शक्ति है, बल माने शक्ति है जो मुझे नचाए, मुझे ऐसे नृत्य करा दिया। मैं पूर्ण आनंद हूँ, भगवान पूर्ण आनंद है, जिसकी आनंद रस आस्वादन करने के लिए बड़ी बड़ी महान भक्त रूप है और उनके कीर्तन आदि करते रहते हैं, जसुगान कीर्तन करते रहते। किसके? कृष्ण। कृष्ण कह रहे मैं पूर्णानंद हूँ, पूर्णानंदमय, अमी चिन्मय पूर्ण तत्व, राधिकार प्रेमे आमाय कराय उन्मत्त। मैं पूर्णानंद होने पर भी है और मेरे जो आनंद जो पूर्ण चिन्मय स्वरूप है, ट्रांसेंडेंटल एंड इटर्नल है, किंतु राधिकार प्रेमे आमाय कराय उन्मत्त। राधा के हृदय में कौन सा प्रेम है ये मुझे पागल बना देते। राधा प्रेमे कराय आमाय उन्मत्त। राधा जी के हृदय में कौन सा एक दिव्य प्रेम है और मुझे पागल करा देता है। मैं सबके पागल बनाता हूँ। कौन? कृष्ण कह रहे मैं सबको पागल बना देता हूँ। मैं भी मेरे रूप माधुर्य, लीला माधुर्य, प्रेम माधुर्य, वेणु माधुर्य, ये तीन जो चार जो माधुर्य है स्वीटनेस, इस तीन स्वीटनेस के चार स्वीटनेस के द्वारा मैं सबको पागल बना देता हूँ। है कि नहीं?
Krishna's beautiful form. Everybody, by seeing this form, becomes maddened. That which is moving stops moving. That which is still starts to move. Avala Vriddha. Avala Vriddha Banta. From the smallest child to the eldest person, everyone becomes totally captivated. Ladies, sorry. Kastranga. Krishna's sound of the flute is such. There is no such creature that is bereft of being captivated by the sound of Krishna's flute playing. Everyone becomes vibram, means becomes its nature becomes opposite. That which is still becomes moving, and that which is moving becomes still. But that person who is still starts to walk, or that entity that is still. Krishna says, I madden everybody. The fragrance from the body of Krishna is such that everybody becomes maddened. And that fragrance from Srimati Radhika's body, I become so maddened by that. So it's said in this verse, Kastranga, Krishna's beauty, by seeing which everybody becomes maddened. Gopis are, of course, very beautiful. My Vasudev form, Krishna says. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, these four expansions. Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, these four primary expansions. And Vasudev, he resides in Dwarka as Dwarkadish. Krishna, residing there in Dwarka, becomes amazed by seeing Krishna's form in Vrindavan. What to say of others? Vasudeva Kop. Just amazing. How is it possible that somebody who sees their own form becomes maddened? But this speciality exists in Krishna. In Dwarka there is Chaturbhuj, four-arm form. And first expansion is Vasudev, Krishna, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. This Vasudev Krishna, or Dwarkadish Krishna, or Mathuradesh Krishna, seeing the beautiful form of Govinda in Vrindavan Chandra, he becomes unconscious. In the pastimes of Nava Vrindavan, this has been explained once. Once Krishna with Madhumagal entered into Nava Vrindavan, New Vrindavan. Where is that? In the area of Dwarka. It was very beautifully manifest, decorated in Dwarkapuri.
वृंदावन की जैसे
as like Vrindavan.
लीलाएं है वो सब प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं, सब स्टैचू के रूप में रखा है।
And all the pastimes of Vrindavan were created in the statue form. Krishna with Mother Mangal, seeing this beautiful new Vrindavan, and Krishna was to become unconscious, and his head used to start to spin and faint. All the birds, beautiful, the cuckoos, the peacocks, the sounds, the swans, and the other birds. So the sound of their beautiful cooing, all of this was created in New Vrindavan in the form of sculptures by the hands of Vishwakarma in Dwarka. When Krishna went with Madhumangal into this new Vrindavan, he remembered all the pastimes of Vrindavan, what I did in Vrindavan when I lived there. I used to Van Vihar, means wander through the forest with the gopis. Yeah. That beautiful, transcendental, that by the rays of the moon, it was decorated, playing the flute, playing the bansi. Krishna used to call the gopis. This who is Vasudev Krishna is thinking like this in Nava Vrindavan by the arrangement of Yogamaya. Vishwakarma arranged this. And seeing this, he was remembering his past life. Like you are remembering all the places you lived in your childhood. And that place, so many years have passed, 50 years passed, 60 years passed, but you reminisce. Now you're seeing that, you're crying. Oh, how that place was, how that lake where you used to bathe, where you were bathing. With your friends, you used to swim, and that beautiful trees, the creepers. And so many years have passed, 50 years have passed. That remembrance, whatever we did in our childhood, is pressed between the pages of our mind. The pages of our mind, our consciousness, sorry, in the they are just pressed between the pages of your mind. They're covered. That's all in the mind. When that vision manifests in front of you, then you remember. In the same way, Vasudev Krishna, when he remembers my form, his form, that form of Vrindavan, that two-arm form, playing the flute, and especially with the gopis, how he performed loving pastimes with his friends. He used to play. How he was with his mother as a baby, like a small child. The child is running and the mother is chasing behind, and the mother runs after. This pastime Vishwakarma manifested in New Vrindavan in the form of sculptures, that beautiful creepers of Vrindavan. He decorated this where Krishna used to hide, and the gopis used to find him. Oh, the gopis used to hide and Krishna used to find them. This vision is coming. That's why it is called New Vrindavan. Vasudev Krishna. He had these stimulation of this beautiful form of Krishna in Vrindavan. That's why we said Krishna Madhuri Dekhi Vasudev Kop. These four sweetness of Krishna. Vajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar Dhir Lalit Nayak. You'll have to remember which Krishna we are talking about. We are talking about Dhir Lalit Nayak. These four qualities with Dagdata, Navayovanata, Mugdata, Parihaspatu, Priyasi Vasivat. All these qualities in Dhir Lalit Nayak, Krishna in Vrindavan. This Navayonavanamcha. Yes, yeah. These four qualities are special. Seeing this, Krishna becomes enamored. He becomes enamored. He thinks, when will those days come back, return? Those days that have passed come back. They will not. Sansar means that which goes and never comes back. The meaning, samsriti, in the complete sense, it goes, it never comes back. We are not sitting still for one moment. All the time, just passing by. Everything is transformation, changing, transforming, moving, not constant. We cannot understand, but the earth is moving. Yeah. This globe, this world, there's so much water, these mountains, these forests. When we look on the map, it's moving so fast. It's on the axis, spinning on its axis. These mountains is spinning. It's going, but the water is not spilling over. Just try and understand the nature of this world. This great ocean, so much water, vast quantity, Mahasagar, Pacific Ocean, it's how deep, so much water, some mountains in the water, in these vast waters, these mountains,
पृथ्वी सबको लेकर के क्या है?
The whole earth is moving
अपने अक्षांक
on its axis, is moving, is going up and down in such a fast speed. What's the speed of This is amazing, how wonderful. Why? Because why is the water not spilling over? This gravitational pull, it's holding it together. Not even for a moment, not a second. If it stops, everything will be finished. We are all spinning in this great sky, vast sky. According to science, what we are doing, we are all spinning. Not only this planet, but many Brahmandas. This is just for this earth. There is above Satyalok and below 7 planetary systems above and 7 below, and 14 planetary systems. How it's moving. It's amazing. Like we return to this pastime, Krishna is saying, I am complete and fully conscious. My beauty, my all these madhuryas, 4 madhuryas, I am attracting all of those by the fragrance of my body. I attract everyone, everything. But when Srimati Radhika's fragrance I smell, I become mad. Prabodhanand Saraswati Bhan is in this shloka, is explaining Srimati Radhika becoming in a sulky mood is on the other side of Radhakund, and Krishna is on the opposite side. She has causeless man, but her fragrance carried by the wind across the pond, lake, to Krishna. Krishna is saying, "Oh demigod of air, Vayudev, that fragrance which is attached to Srimati Radhika's cloth. Oh, demigod of air, you are playing with that air." And the cloth of Srimati Radhika is being played by the demigod of air. Imagine, you are playing with her cloth, and at the same time, that fragrance emanating from her cloth, you're carrying that to me. Krishna is considering himself very fortunate, as well as the good fortune of Vayudev, even that which is very rare for the yogis, and that the yogis cannot see the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Krishna Deva Bhavantam. Even Brahma and others, that heart of Brahma, which is pure, sometimes Krishna's feet are manifested in heart, and sometimes they are not. In the heart of Brahma,
ये यद्यपि समाधि से
Shabiti api paschati nakar makaragaramachijim. How wonderful. That which is very rare for the yogis to attain is he is Krishna. He's feeling so fortunate that he is getting the fragrance from the cloth of Srimati Radhika. So in this verse, in that direction Srimati Radhika is standing. I pay my obeisances in that direction, to that direction. What will, where Srimati Radhika is standing, I pay my obeisances to that direction. Well, that's why Srimati the Madhini, she has this name, Madhava Gandha Unmadita. She Madhava Gandha Unmadita. That fragrance which maddens Krishna, Madhava. By the Krishna's fragrance, everybody is maddened. But that same Krishna, by smelling the fragrance from Srimati Radhika's cloth, becomes maddened. So Uddhav saying this shloka. The beautiful Braja Sundaris, gopis of Braj, in the Rasastali, in the Raslila. When they got the association of Krishna, it is impossible to imagine their beauty. It's not possible of the women of this world. Is no comparison. This body is full of bad smell and pus. This body is rotten. The damsels of the heavenly planets, the Apsaras, by the fragrance of whose body, like they emanate the fragrance from the lotus flowers. Those damsels, the Apsaras, they are not ordinary. Nalina Gandha means from whose body emanates fragrances that come from the lotus flower. They are even not qualified. That good fortune which the gopis attained is not available to the damsels of the heavenly planets. Even it's not possible for Lakshmi in Vaikuntha. Even the queens of Dwarka, this is not possible. Oh, the Sita meaning here, the ladies of Sarga. Sarga means, has many definitions. Sarga. There are 3 levels in ordinary. 3 levels of this, Bhu, Bhuva and Swaha. Bhuvam, the earth, Bhuvalok above that, and Swargalok, the 3 planetary systems. Even above that, Sarga Sita, above that, it's another level. From Dwarka, Mathura, and Gokul,
ऐसे स्त्रियों की सब
You cannot find ladies in those realms that equal the gopis.
पूरे साधारण स्त्री के लिए तो बात छोड़ दीजिए द्वारिकापुरी में मुंशियों के लिए सौभाग्य
Even the queens of Dwarka, they are not so fortunate.
मथुरा में रहने वाली
Even the ladies of Mathura, it's not possible.
और वृंदावन में
In Vrindavan,
जो रहने वाली स्त्रियां जो
the ladies of Vrindavan,
सबके लिए सौभाग्य भी
even there, not all of them are fortunate enough.
स्त्रियां तो है
There are many ladies in Mathura,
किंतु सबके लिए सौभाग्य
but it's not attainable for even them.
किनके सौभाग्य
Who is that fortune?
धनी के द्वारा जिस
Who those gopis who were called by the flute of Krishna?
सब लोग के थोड़ी बुलाते
He didn't call all the gopis.
स्त्री तो है
They're all ladies. There are no lack of ladies in Vrindavan.
जो वास्तव भाववती स्त्रियां हैं
Those ladies in the mood of Vatsalya Bhava, Krishna didn't call them.
वात्सल्य भाव रखने वाले
Those ladies who had Vatsalya Bhava towards Krishna, Krishna did not call them.
कृष्ण कौन से गोपियों के लिए
Who did Krishna call? Which gopis?
कृष्ण के प्रति प्रगाढ़ अनुराग
Those who had deep attachment and affection for Krishna.
उनके प्रति प्रगाढ़ अनुराग रखने उनके थोड़ी बुलाए
He didn't call everyone.
हैं? जैसे
Like
कई बड़े धनी व्यक्ति
some great wealthy person,
अपने घर में जो उत्सव मनाते हैं
when they have a festival in their house, they don't call everyone.
हैं? उनके लेवल के स्टेटस
They call those people of that status, that level.
इस संसार में देखा जाए
Even in this material world, we can see this.
रास्ता में चलने वाले व्यक्ति थोड़ी
They will not call people like us who walk the streets.
किसको बुलाते हैं अपने स्टेटस
And that wealthy person will call other wealthy people on par with their own status.
इनविटेशन लेटर जो है
When you get an invitation card, who will you send it to?
सबके नहीं
Not to everyone.
हैं? ठीक उसी प्रकार मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ
So,
ब्रज में जो वत्सल भाववती जो स्त्रियां थी
in those ladies of Vatsalya Bhav in Braj, Krishna didn't call them.
किसको बुलाया
Who did he call?
के प्रति अनुराग रखने
Those ladies who had deep attachment to Krishna. He called them
अनुराग रखने वाले प्रगाढ़ अनुराग
those deep anurag,
वो साधन सिद्धा हो
whether they're sadhan siddha or nitya siddha.
साधन में प्रगाढ़ अनुराग का
Rag, anurag,
आदि के संग आदि
those nitya siddha, who had, those sadhaks, sadhan siddha would attain the association of nitya siddhas.
उनसे धनी किया
And Krishna played this flute,
किंतु देखो
But-
कृष्ण अनुरागिनी
but those Krishna anuragini, those who are full of these deeper moods,
हैं? महाप्रेम में महा
in that great, intense love, transcendental love,
attain in the stage of
those gopis who attain the stage of Mahabhav.
आपके समझने भी आपको
How will you understand, or it will take time to understand Mahabhav? What is Mahabhav? Speak.
समझ नहीं आ रही नहीं
And that where there is Javad Ashray Vritti or Sasamviddasha. Javad Ashray, in that stage, Samviddadasha. Samviddadasha.
उसी की वो है
This is Mahabhav. Sa Samviddasha, meaning, what do these things mean? Just take pleasure in listening to these words. You will not understand.
सुना ये आनंद होता है
Just by listening to these words, you feel happy.
शब्द बोले तो आप डेफिनेशन बोल नहीं पाओ
If I asked you what is the definition of Shraddha, you will not be able to. Shraddha is
श्रद्धास्तु
Anupayo Janam.
भक्ति
With the definition of Shraddha, meaning
श्रद्धास्तु
Shraddhastu, just so, This other definition is a standard definition.
ये महाभागवती जो गोपियां जो मैंने बताया है, जो गोपियां महाभाव में स्थित हो है, वो सब तो गोपियों के कृष्ण,
all the gopis,
जैसे मैंने बताया ना,
like I said,
इसको निमंत्रण,
just like I said, the rich man will invite other rich men, like their daughter's wedding or their son's wedding. They're not going to call people like you, the rich class of people in India. You got it? You did not get an invitation letter. Shraddhastu. Shraddhastu. And this one. Even millionaires will call millionaires. It's the nature of this world. Wealthy person will call wealthy person. I'll tell you one story. One person gave invitation for her daughter's wedding. And after the wedding, and the bride and bridegroom sit next to each other. At that time, those people are going, and they give gifts. Yeah. When we were in Bhuj and Bhagavad Sapta, where we were staying, and behind there was a marriage ceremony going on, arranged. A big pandal where we were staying. From where we were staying, we could see everything. The big pandal, very wealthy Gujarat. They spend so much money. They spend and they know how to. They earn and they know how to spend. No. She's saying that Gujarat is a miser. The way I'm saying, we've seen. He's saying, we saw. They didn't call us, and we were looking from the balcony. There were some 25,000 people. 20 to 25,000 people were invited. And vast area where the stage for the for the bride and bridegroom. I never seen anything like it before. You know, beautifully it was arranged, and you could see everything. What was going on underneath. So maybe 100 to 150 varieties. You could see they're all labeled items. Everyone was enjoying all night. And all the rich people, the VIPs, they're going giving gifts. Just saying so much, not everything. There's one rich person arranged for her daughter's wedding. There's a long path to go to the stage. Maybe 7 gates they arranged where the bride and bridegroom would sit. Walking, there's two gates.
गिफ्ट देने वाले व्यक्ति
And those who are going to gifts, and those
देना नहीं है इस रास्ता में पहुंचे
those who are not giving gifts go to another lane. Not everybody was giving gifts.
ऐसे में तो उसमें तो नहीं क्या बोले कंपल्सरी नहीं है
And it's not compulsory to give a gift.
थोड़ी बिजनेस रखा है आप नहीं
Yeah.
ज्यादा तो लोग देते हैं
Most people giving gifts.
खा पी के थोड़ी पीछे चले जाते
They've called us, invited us, and fed us. We're not going to go empty-handed, but not give a gift.
उसमें दो गेट हो जाता है
So there are two gates.
एक गेट में सब प्रवेश करता है और दो गेट हो
Then
जाता है एक गेट में जो है कहते हैं गिफ्ट देने वाले
one to give gifts, and the other
नहीं देने वाले
who are not giving gifts will go through another gate.
बाहर निकल जाए चलो गिफ्ट दे करके बाहर जाकर के आप खाओ
You can give your gift and then collect your prasad and go and eat outside,
कहाँ पर पहुँच जाते हैं
and they go to a different place.
तो मन से मैं दिया दे करके उसमें एक दरवाजा होता है वहीं पर जहाँ पर खाने की जो व्यवस्था है वहीं पर चले जाते हैं जो गिफ्ट नहीं देने वाले हैं
Those who are not giving gifts
रखा जाता है
had another entrance.
ज़्यादातर लोग गिफ्ट देते हैं ना
99% of people were giving gifts. Maybe one or two.
तो चले गए कोई व्यक्ति चले गए उसमें लिखा है जो गिफ्ट देने वाले व्यक्ति इस रास्ते में जाए
So there was a notice for the different two roads or paths.
दोनों दरवाजा पर एक सिक्योरिटी गार्ड रहा
On both doors there were security guards.
ये है ना सिक्योरिटी गार्ड तो है ही है जो
Such a big event.
गिफ्ट नहीं देने वाले थे वो इस दरवाजे पे वो चलते
Is that person was not giving it.
सिक्योरिटी गार्ड बोले
That lane where there was no gift led you outside the compound, so you could not get anything to eat. Poor man had come to eat something, but if you don't give a gift, you don't get anything to eat. Exit. Oh man. So if you just come to eat, then that's the exit. You won't get anything if you don't go down the lane of giving a gift. She's saying somebody came without invitation.
No donation, actually.
What? What?
No, I'm just saying. You don't do any donation.
Yeah, you still get prasad.
जो गिफ्ट देने नहीं वाले तो उसको
Another,
बाहर में वो सिक्योरिटी गार्ड रहते
the security guard was teasing that man. Oh, so you've just come to take prasad? How would you just come to eat?
इसमें जोक सुनो तो आनंद आया
Yeah, Ji man. See, it's a cruel world.
मैं किसलिए बता रहा हूँ ये कृष्ण घोषित धन के द्वारा किस वचन को बोला
So, who did Krishna call attained the stage of Mahabhava?
और महाभाव दशा को समझने के लिए आपको ये
You to understand what is Mahabhava, you need to know Javad Ashray Vritti and Sasambid Dasha. Javad Ashray Vritti. You want to write it down?
जावत आश्रय वृत्ति
Javad Ashray Vritti.
कुछ नहीं समझ में नहीं आई
Javad Ashray Vritti
जावत समस्त प्रकार की आश्रय
and
एक ही साथ में ऐसे संदर्भ में प्रकाश
Samvid
बारहवीं के समय
Dasha.
बारहवीं के स्थान नहीं रहता है वो बारीक क्षण
Javad Ashray
कृष्ण की
Vritti.
सौंदर्य माधुर्य इतने सुंदर है
The Krishna's beauty is so such that as his beauty increases, and there's nowhere else to increase to, Srimati Radhika's beauty increases even more than Krishna's.
राधा गोविंद की सौंदर्य माधुर्य कहाँ पर
Definition of
संपूर्ण रूप से
Mahabharata
प्रकाशित होता है बोले रासस्थल में
in the Rasastali,
अन्य स्थल में नहीं
not in any other place.
करुणा रमणम सौंदर्यता वरिष्ठ
In this shloka,
श्यामश्च वामवद्गतम तम तम एतम ताम इंदिरा भराम श्लोक है ना संप्रार्थना अष्टकम
in this Sampratna Astakam, this shloka is there.
राधे कितने सुंदर जो कृष्ण अपने स्वरूप में इतने सुंदर बढ़ाते हैं
Krishna manifests his beautiful form in the Ras Leela, and Srimati Radhika doubles that. And so this competition is going on between Radha and Krishna. As much as one increases their beauty, the other one increases even more. And so these beautiful forms are ever new and fresh. This is a condition of anurag, ever manifest in new and newer forms. Sudarita Shame Rama Rama. We know these Javad Ashray Vritti and Sa Samvid Dasha. This is the identification of Mahabhav. It's not possible to explain in words what we are speaking. Until we don't have some kind of knowledge, then we will just go through one ear and out the other. The sweetness of each and every word, if we try and understand, if we don't feel it, then we won't be able to understand. But you will have to listen, and then you will have to study. This is sadhan. There's no other sadhan. What I've said and what you've heard, try. What is that thing? Sadhan is just that. Your endeavor to find these words and study them and learn about them. Javad Ashray Vritti. These two things exist in Mahabharata. Sa Samvid Dasha. This deep, high stage of anurag. This is called Mahabhav. There are more levels to Mahabhav. Ruda, Adiruda, Madana, Mahabhav. Mohan, Madan, like this. You won't understand. Hearing and studying again and again, you will not understand hearing this just for the first, second time, third time. Bhava Udgam Ulash. You Sarva Bhava Udgam. All the source of all moods. And just like the Ganga stems from Gangotri, the source, the stream of Ganga flowing down, not exploding. This example is given. Sarva Bhava Udgama Ulas. Just listen to these words. Sarva Bhava Udgam Ulas. You won't understand anything at this stage. And just listen again and again. And then chanting. What is the meaning of this? This is sadhan. It's not just chanting 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. You have to meditate on the form, qualities, pastimes of the Lord. And that is Dhir Lalitnai, Krishna. Purna Siddha Nitya Mukta Bina Nama Nama Namina. That's why we're saying chant, which means while you're chanting, you meditate on the form of Krishna's pastimes, qualities, form, etc. And this verse from the Shad Goswami Astakam, so much Grihita Kanta. That beauty of the Braja Sundaris is not possible for anybody else. Krishna is Vishay, he is the enjoyer. And Srimati Radhika is the shelter of all of the rasas. So we're trying to understand. And Krishna's beautiful form, everyone becomes attracted. When Krishna says, when I see Srimati Radhika, I become mad. What so beauty of Srimati Radhika, her the vachan, the words of Srimati Radhika, the words emanating from the lips of Srimati Radhika, they defeat my flute. I can control the gopis with my flute. But there are many types of Venu, flutes. Sanmohini Venu. Sanmohini, just the word. Sanmohini. Sanmohini. Sarvabhuta Manoha. It attracts all living entities, the flutes. One Venu, one flute. There is one flute that attracts only the gopis. There's one flute that attracts only Srimati Radhika. So there are these different types of flutes that Krishna has. How does Srimati Radhika attract Krishna? By her sweet words. So Krishna is comparing here that he attracts everyone with his flute playing, but Srimati Radhika, just by the sweet words emanating from her mouth, attracts me. When those words enter my ears, I cannot control myself. For this reason it's saying, what is this love in the heart of Srimati Radhika that really makes me like a whirlpool, makes my heart into a whirlpool. I'm upside down. Whirlpool in the great ocean. Even so great whirlpool that great ships are drawn into it. In the same way, Srimati Radhika's love is of such a high state. How to explain? This anurag in the stage of Javad Ashray Vritti, this is Mahabhav. this is even a simple definition. What are the activities that take place at that time?
इतना सुनने में आनंद लगा।
Just take pleasure in listening.
बहुत सुंदर है। इसमें करें निज प्रेम आस्वादिते मोर হয় সে আহ্লাদ তাহা হইতে কোটি গুণ রাধা প্রেমাস্বাদ আমি যেছে পরস্পর বিরুদ্ধ ধর্মাশ্রয় রাধা প্রেমে তুইছে সদা বিরুদ্ধ ধর্মময় রাধা প্রেমী বুঝার বাড়িতে নাহি ঠাই তথাপি সে ক্ষণে ক্ষণে বাড়ে সদাই जहाँ वही गुरु वस्तु नहीं सुनती नहीं सुनिश्चित तथापि गुरु धर्म गौरव वर्जित जहाँ वही सुनिर्मल द्वितीय नहीं आर तथापि सर्वदा ब्रह्म वक्र व्यवहार कई दिन से हम इसको बता रहे
We explained this for many days.
ये जो गुण जो हम बता रहे हैं
The qualities of Srimad Radhika which we are describing, how they are contradictory.
इसमें जो करें कृष्ण विचार कर रहे हैं अपने प्रेम आस्वादन में मुझे तो आनंद होता है उससे भी कोटि गुण आनंद राधा को अपने प्रेम में आस्वादन में होता है जिस प्रकार परस्पर विरुद्ध धर्म मुझ में एक साथ वास करते हैं भगवान
He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Contradictory terms reside in the Lord. Atma, Ramata and Atma, Kamata and Ramata. Atma Ram and Atma Kam. This Kamat and Ramat, he becomes Raman Bihari. He is the one who takes pleasure in performing pastimes. He's self-satisfied, but he's still performing pastimes. He's Atmaram. He doesn't need to do anything, but then he performs pastimes with the gopis. This is contradictory. He knows everything, yet he is like he knows nothing. These are contradictory terms. These are possible. He knows everything, but he acts as if he doesn't know anything. Like an ordinary child, he's crying. That's why Kunti once asked Krishna, when you were little, please tell me, very straightforward, when Mother Soda chased you with a stick and you were frightened from Mother Yashoda, were you really scared and crying, or were you just acting, just like a person performs a play or drama? Just to show others, then like when somebody is reciting Katha on Bhagavad, they're crying. Are they real tears or what? Whoever they are. And then after Katha, they're laughing and joking. This is where are these tears coming from and why? And this is one art to show to the people, to attract audiences. This is what they're good at. And they keep some perfume. They have this scent of perfume that they smear on their face, and then from that tears come. They show they're crying, but where are these tears coming from? This is one art. And every day they're crying. Where are these tears coming from? they're not Mahaprabhu.
इतना बड़ा वो क्या बोले गड्ढा की भी भर दिया पानी
The Mahaprabhu's tears filled a whole in the pit of water.
हैं? सीता जी जो रोल कर रहे हैं
Who that person who's playing the role of Sita,
आंसू कहाँ से आ गए
where that much tears came from.
उधर ड्रामा करने के समय सब
They were performing drama.
वो सब दिखा देते
There isn't a trick
हैं। सब बना देते
in filming,
हैं।
acting,
ये करते हैं ना केवल
director.
जो ड्रामा करते हैं ना उसके मूवी में ऐसे सब
In the movie,
नहीं होता है।
in the original, they're not.
वो मूवी में ऐसे बोलते
They are showing in the movie
हैं से कर देना
that they're crying.
है। कुछ तो ओरिजिन रहता है बाकी सब
Some parts are original, and then other parts are artificial. The crying parts are artificial.
ओरिजिन रहता है
Original,
जैसे आम
actual. Like I am here, I'm crying.
एक्टिंग करके वो फिर जब मूवी में उसको ले जाते हैं दर्शक के जब दिखाते हैं
When they show the
वो
audience,
आंखों से आंसू गिरा इतना है एक बूंद पड़ा तो उसके 10 बूंद उसके पड़ा दिया
they multiply one tear by 10. Technically, they replay the frame. Yeah. Production and editing.
एक बूंद चलो एक बूंद आपको आ जाए
Maybe you have one dream, one drip, one tear is the original tear, and then they replay that.
So it's manipulation.
Yeah.
अब अभी क्या बोले
Edit.
Technology.
करा देंगे नहीं करेंगे इतने करा देंगे आपको फेस को इधर उधर कर देंगे आप बिल्कुल पता नहीं
And you go on Facebook and you can see all sorts of techniques like this being used. But this is not in the case of Srimati Radhika.
वो अपराधी तो वस्तु है
This is transcendental.
जो विरह जो दिखाते
Sri Sita Devi's separation is
वो रो रहे
is crying.
तो सीता जी रोल कर रहे हैं
But that person who is acting the role of Sita,
उसके एक बार मूवी में उसके पेंट करा करके
they production and editing and
आज हम
directing, manipulation.
भगवान में
But in the Lord, in God, the original state,
So that's not, it's not real blind.
and Kunti
जब क्या आप उस समय
asked Krishna, at that time, were you really crying and were you really frightened?
आप दौड़ रहे थे कि आप
Or were you pretending? Were you acting?
आप केवल एक्ट कर रहे हैं तो कृष्ण बोले नहीं
Krishna said, no,
मैं अपने जो लीला करता हूँ अपने झूठ में
I was doing my I was performing my pastimes through the Yoga Maya.
भगवान एक ही सत्य में विभू होते हुए पर भी
The Lord is simultaneously being present everywhere. He is also present in a specific place,
व्यापक होते पर भी
even being,
व्यापक होने विभू व्यापक अंश से
He's all omnipresent.
omnipresent
He's omnipresent.
और होते पर भी एक ही
Hari
स्थान
Bol.
में जो है
Yeah.
नराकार
He's taking a form, although being omnipresent. This is the inconceivable potency of simultaneous and difference. Simultaneous one and different. Omnipresent.
और एक ही साथ में अपने जो है मूर्ति के रूप में
He is there in his form as well.
ये भगवान ने संभव
This is possible in the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
व्यापक भी है
He is omnipresent
मूर्ति में
and He is all everywhere. Omniscient.
अद्वैतवादी लोग क्या करते हैं
Advaitavadis,
व्यापकता के लिए
they take the omnipresence
उसको भी ले देके ब्रह्म के रूप में ले
in the form of Brahma, Jyotirmay Brahma.
तो लोग क्या करते हैं
But the devotees,
भगवान मूर्ति मान
they take the form of the Lord.
और आकृति
He's
इसलिए कहते हैं कि जो मुरलीधर श्याम
He, as the holder of the flute in three band, very beautiful, with effulgence emanating.
त्रिभंग ललित होकर
his three-bend form, playing a flute with side-down glance, captivating everyone. With his beautiful smiling face, his glancing eyes, his glance, he attracts everyone. This is the qualities of God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with his 6 opulences. This is inconceivable oneness and different. The Advaitavadis or Brahmavadis, they take the impersonal form of the Lord. Sarva Vyapakata, omnipresent, everywhere. He is also present in his form. How is it possible? 2 in 1. It's beyond our conception, beyond our mental capacity. The Lord appears in front of the Lord the Lord appears in front of the devotee according to the devotee's mood. Krishna is one, but there are 10, 12, 20 devotees. When Krishna was in the assembly of Kansa, wrestling, there were 12 types of devotees, and everyone saw Krishna differently. Mallanam Ashnam Nirnanam Mallanam Sinam Kushti Mallanam M-A-L-A-N I'm Chandra Mushti is thinking that if he punches Krishna, then his hand would break. Like Duryodhana's body became like a thunderbolt. The pastime of Gandhari, she took off her blindfold and made Duryodhana's body as hard as thunderbolt. The sound of metal against metal. The sound of metal against metal. This example. The kings are seeing Krishna as the emperor of all emperors. The mothers are seeing Krishna as a small, beautiful, helpless child, like Gopal, small, tiny, beautiful. The sakhas, the friends, see Krishna as like themselves. The ladies, in that Madhurya Bhav, in that conjugal love, they see Krishna as Cupid personified, beautiful, with beautiful complexion. This arising transcendental lust in the hearts of those with Madhurya Ras. One Krishna, and there are 12 devotees of different moods. Santa, Dasya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. This is 5, the main, and the 7 secondary. Gonaras, Hasya, Karun, Vivatsa. All the different types of devotees are there, like a jewel called Vaidurya Mani. In one jewel there are 7 colors. According to your angle of vision, you will see a particular color. One gem, one jewel, but according to your angle of vision, you will see a different color. In that way, the Supreme Lord is wonderful.
ये कहते जा रहे हैं
So
जो हमने कहा जो कृष्ण उसी प्रकार कह रहे हैं
Krishna is telling
कुंती को कह रहे
Kunti,
हे कुंती बुआ
oh my aunt,
माँ जसोदा जब
in
मुझे
when Mother Yashoda was chasing me with a stick, then I was afraid. I was actually afraid because I was captured by this loving motherly affection of Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda is completely in the mood of motherly affection. My mother is chastising me like her own child, ordinary child. He broke the butter pot and he gave that to the monkeys and the crows. So I am being punished, called a thief, lampat, stupid. Like mother chastises their child. She raises a hand, but she does not hit the child, like lightly. Nobody hits a small child, but the child constantly hits the mother. Then the mother shows her hand to the child, like this. Just touches the fingers to the child's cheeks. Behave. This is the amazing thing. Krishna is saying, my mother Yashoda, in her household duties, because I was at fault, I stole butter, I broke the butter pot, and I gave the butter to, I wasted the yogurt. That offense, I became afraid from my mother's chastisement. This is not a play or a drama. The Lord, enamored and captured by this motherly affection. And in the same way, in the wrestling arena of Kansa, Chanur Mustika. These are contradictory characteristics within the Lord. At the same time, He is omnipresent and also present in a particular place. This is from Srimati Radhika's love for me. I manifest these moods. Again listening, again and speaking and listening, you will attain something, otherwise it will go over your head. Now it's time. We're going to. You go to. Jai Go Pramanande Hari Hari Bol.
And then this afternoon, question for yourself and winner. We're going to Gayatri's house. Gayatri.
You know what the Jai Shri Gurudev.